I've been asked to say a few words about the status of validation in Europe today, which is quite a challenge. I will start with the positive and then I go into the challenges. The positives is that we have during the last 3 decades actually built a foundation for validation. And this foundation consists of different elements. First of all, I think there is a growing acknowledgement that all forms of learning, be that learning in the classrooms, but also the learning, importantly, outside the classroom, gained from work, from free time activities, etc., is also of high value. So that's an important thing, that it's not only the formal learning, the classroom learning, which is of value. So that's the first thing. The second one is there is a growing understanding of what validation, or VPL as referred to in this conference, what it is about, the concept of validation. It's a more flexible understanding that it covers the identification of learning, it covers the documentation of learning, it covers also certification of learning. So there's no one size fit for all. The validation is actually quite a broad concept which have to be contextualized and linked to the individual. Third, what has been important in these years is that countries, most European countries, have put in place strategies, they have put in place legal frameworks, they have put in place skills strategies where validation actually plays an integrated and clearly defined role. This is important because that also could lead to resources, it could lead to actual implementation. So this has been very important. We also see that in education training, in qualifications, there's shift to learning outcomes, to competences, which in a way makes it possible to also integrate the learning from outside classrooms to gain a qualification. And finally, I would say that the developments in recent years to more flexible forms of certification, micro-credentials, different forms of certificates, but also national qualification frameworks, which increases transparency, has been important. So these are very positive factors which provides a foundation for VPL or for validation. The problem, as I see it now, is the awareness and the integration of validation, the extent to which validation actually reach end users, individuals. Because we see, while validation has quite a high volume in some areas, most people are not aware of validation, that this is an opportunity, this is an instrument. So I think the main thing now is to increase the awareness of validation as an instrument for a broader range of people. And to achieve this, I think we need to look at the integration of validation between different institutions, between education, employment, social services, voluntary sector, and not least the labor market stakeholders. And this is what we were going to speak about, my colleague Ernesto Villalba and myself, in the conference in Iceland in May, where we also use concrete examples to illustrate, well, what does this positive foundation mean, but also what are the requirements, the challenges of translating this into things which actually mean something, which makes a difference to individual users. So, thank you.